Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If this is your first time clicking on my channel, then welcome. My name is Raquel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right down below so you don't miss another upload. So today is the first video of my Melanin Mama Monday series where we're going to be talking about all things motherhood, and I'm going to be giving you all the motherhood tea, all the things I've learned, all the things I've been through so far, and yeah. Today we're going to be talking about the top 8 things I did not know as a first time mom. So if you're interested in this video, let's get right into it.
Ride around and I'm getting it. Ride around cause I'm so low.
Alright, so just to give you guys a little bit of background, my son is currently 32 months old. I just wanted to say that because you know when people be talking about how their kids are like, my kid is 68 months old, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to exaggerate for a minute. But my son is about to be 3 in August, so he is like more than 2.5, and I'm about to have a 3-year-old on my hands, guys. So I just wanted to talk about some of the things that I did not know before I became a mom. So number 1 is fed is best. Okay, I know everybody or a lot of people have different opinions on breastfeeding or bottle feeding, and that's fine, but at the end of the day we just want a fed baby. So from my personal experience, I went into motherhood while I was pregnant just thinking I was gonna breastfeed exclusively. I did not know anything really about breastfeeding, and honestly for some reason I didn't really research it too much, so I didn't know about all the hardships and the complications you could have breastfeeding. I just thought, you know what I'm saying, I'ma just latch my baby onto my titty, and for me it didn't work like that. So I went through a lot of different struggles breastfeeding, and I ended up only breastfeeding for about 3 weeks, and it was really hard. I didn't know anything about supply, you know, demand, getting your milk together, all of that stuff. I just thought it was going to be easy, and I got really discouraged. And I also got really discouraged because it seemed like a lot of the moms I was following on social media were all breastfeeding, and I just felt like my body was letting me down and I wasn't able to do what I was supposed to do. I didn't have postpartum depression, but in the beginning, I think the first 3 months or something, it's called, you can go through baby blues, and I was really sad, and you know, a whole thing. And most of it came from me not being able to breastfeed my baby, and I was just so upset. So I stopped and I ended up bottle feeding, and I bottle fed him for the rest, until he was older. So I ended up coming across some things talk about relactation and trying to get your milk together and all of that. So that's a whole nother story and a whole nother video, but that didn't work out for me. And at the end of the day, I just had to let it go, and I had to basically come to peace with me not being able to breastfeed my son. And I just remember being so sad and so down about it. But listen, y'all, okay, my son is about to be 3, and I don't even care no more. Like, I don't, as much as it was saddening and upsetting at that time, like, he's perfectly fine. He's brilliant, he's moving, he's smart, you know, he does a lot of things, and he is fine, and he did well on his formula. So I'm just kind of glad. I'm sad, but I'm kind of glad that I got to experience that, because there's nothing wrong with formula at all. Everybody has their different reasons of why they either breastfeed or formula feed. Some people it's easier to breastfeed, some people don't have any issues, and some people have a lot of issues. It's not as simple as people make it seem. But at the end of the day, we just want a fed baby, and that's what's most important. So don't let anybody shame you or anybody let you feel bad about exclusively breastfeeding, pumping, bottle feeding, whatever you want to do using formula. Don't let anybody make you feel bad about that. Number 2, I did not know that this was as important as it is, but routines are essential, okay? They are vital, important, significant, all of that. You have to have a routine. Babies and toddlers, they thrive off of routines. And if you're anything like me, you don't thrive off of routines. I'm not a routine person. It's hard for me to really fall into routines. This is like type A, type B. I'm really like a type B person. I'm a go with the flow type of person. I don't like routines really. So it has been hard. And if I would have known that routines were this important, I probably would have put myself on one. I would have been more strict on a routine. I never had a strict routine throughout the day when Carter was little. Up until now, I have tried to implement routines, but because he wasn't on one for so long, it just never really worked out. Let me tell you something right now, okay? moms, okay, if you didn't have your little one yet or your baby is young, if you can, everybody has their own opinions about sleep training, but just try to make sure that you keep your child, one, out of your bed, okay, and two, it's really important to just have a nighttime routine, honestly, to get them ready to go to sleep. And third, it's really important to try to get them to go to sleep without you. For instance, my son, I used to always rock him to sleep, and as much as I was cute when he was little, as he got older and I was ready to have my me time at night and he couldn't go to sleep without me rocking him, it became a problem. And my son is just now at like 2.5 learning to be okay with just laying down and going to sleep by himself. So do not make that bad habit like I did of rocking him to sleep, or anything like that, because then they're gonna need you to go to sleep. Number 3, this one, okay, it's like you know, but you don't know until you're a mom. There are a lot of unsolicited opinions and advice that you will receive while you are a mother. And let me tell you, it is the most annoying thing. It's one of the most annoying things in the world. And when I look back, I think we all kind of have our own opinions and advice from what we see parents doing, right? Especially with social media now, we see them doing this with their children or doing that. We're like, oh, I wouldn't do that, or I wouldn't do this, and blah blah blah, you know. It's kind of easy to form those opinions when you don't have a child yet and you don't know physically or, you know, mentally how a child can impact your life. So it's easy to kind of give those unsolicited opinions and advice. But there are also people who have children and will give you lots of unsolicited opinions and advice as well, because they feel like either their advice or the way they raise their children or did stuff with their children is like the best way. And at the end of the day, everybody's child is different, so just do what is best for you. You don't have to take everybody's advice, you don't have to listen to everybody's opinion. Everybody is gonna have one. So if you don't want to hear a lot of social media opinions, then don't put a lot out about how you parent, what you do with your child. Just keep it to yourself. And also go with your gut. As a mom, you know what's right or wrong for your child, and you know your child. You're gonna get to know your child. Even when they're a baby and as they grow, you're gonna learn to know them, and you're gonna know what's gonna work for your child and what's not. And no two children are the same. So just make sure you just trust your own gut, and you don't have to take everybody's opinions. But there is great advice out there, but you have to be able to know what's good and what's bad. Number 4 is to have a mom community, okay? This is so important, and I really didn't know how important it was, because I'm pretty much like not the first out of my friend groups, but like one of the first 1 or 2 to have children in my friend groups. A lot of my friends don't have children, although it was okay in the beginning, because it's like everybody's so overjoyed that there's like a baby now, and everybody wants to talk and see pictures and hold the baby and everything. It's perfectly fine. But as that child grows and you really get into motherhood struggles, even in the beginning, it's kind of hard to really talk to those friends when they don't have children. And that's not that they don't understand and they don't listen, but sometimes it's really hard for someone to put themselves in your position when they don't have that, they don't live that same lifestyle every day. It's different. You can watch kids, people watch kids and have little brothers and sisters and all of that stuff, but as a parent, when the child is impacting your everyday routine, your decision making, how your day goes, I mean, children impact so much. It's kind of hard for somebody to really understand how your time management, like how a child really affects everything that you're going through, and then actually have those emotions and those feelings that you feel as a mother. So it's really important to have a mom community, and I didn't realize this until like the last year, pretty much the last year. And I really realized I need mom friends, because as my son, he's a toddler now, and he just, you know, does a lot of toddler things and goes crazy and, you know, all these other things that he does. I need other friends who understand what I'm going through with a toddler right now. It's okay to have a mix of motherhood friends, but it's really good to have motherhood friends who are in around that same stage as you. For instance, I have a toddler right now, but say my cousin, her child is in her preteens or her teens, so we're going through different motherhood phases right now, so she may not really relate everything to what I'm saying or what I'm going through right now, because she already been through that and she's not in that stage right now. I have a lot of great Instagram friends who are moms that I honestly chat and DM all the time, because it's just good to exchange that energy, good to talk about things that your children are doing, you know, maybe ways that you're feeling. It's just good to have a mom community. So just make sure you have a mom community within your actual friend group and on social media as well. Number 5, I think this one is really hard, and it goes into some other things, but self-care and time alone is really essential. Now, this is going to be different for everybody depending on your circumstance, such as I'm a single mom, so I don't just have his dad to just pass him to whenever I feel like I need alone time, but use your village when you can. I know it's really hard, because I went through the same thing. When they're little and when they're growing, you hold your baby so tight. You don't want them to be with other people, and that has nothing to do with the people. It's just that you're overprotective of your child, and that's okay. But there are going to be times where you just need some time, girl. Like, I know it's gonna be hard, but if it's okay, just give the baby to your husband or your boyfriend. Allow your mom or whoever your support system is, allow them to watch them for maybe 30 minutes or an hour, just so you can get some time to breathe. Basically, just let people give you a break. And once you do it a few times, and you're gonna feel how good that is, even if it's just you driving to the store and coming back, you're gonna feel so much more refreshed. It's okay to take a break. And this goes into number 6, which I did not know about. Mom guilt and mom anxiety is so real, okay? I'm a person, I don't really have anxiety issues. Once I became a mom, I really dealt with anxiety, especially in the car, okay? I had the worst anxiety in the car driving with my son. It was really bad, and he wasn't a great car baby. He's still not a great car child, but he's just not great in the car, y'all. So it made it 10 times worse. But yeah, I really had bad anxiety in the car with him. And mom guilt, all of us go through mom guilt. You just feel bad for like not including your child, or leaving your child, or sending them to get daycare, or sending them there, or not spending time with them. Like, and it'll get easier as they grow and as you are able to let go a little bit more. But I remember, I think in his first year, he slept over at my cousin's house twice, and I just felt so guilty. Or like the first few times I went to the store, I was trying to like hurry up and rush back because I felt so guilty. But it's okay. Like, it's gonna take time. Still need time to do other things. Your baby is gonna be perfectly fine, but everything will be okay. So number 7 is motherhood is hard, and social media most times is fake. I have learned this the hard way, okay? Not the hard way, but you know, when you're watching, I know I watched so many videos when I was pregnant, and it just was like, oh my god, all these moments and all these things. And even now I watch a lot of mom vlogs and stuff, but everything ain't what it seems, y'all. Everybody is gonna try, not everybody, but there are a lot of people who try to make it seem like they're the perfect mother, or they do all of this with their kids. They don't get annoyed with their kids. They just, you know, are happy-go-lucky all the time. And there are people who are like that, but you know, they'll act like their children have temper tantrums, or like things are hard in motherhood. And although sometimes that can be good to watch, it's not realistic, okay? Those people have the same motherhood struggles that we all do behind the scenes. They just choose not to show it. And then you have people who are gonna be honest and show raw motherhood. There are a lot of different moms I follow on Instagram who just share their raw motherhood moments and their struggles, and which I appreciate, because I know me personally, this is gonna sound weird, but I feel better when I'm not struggling alone, you know? Like, if somebody else is going through something similar to me in motherhood, I'm like, oh, thank God it's not just me. Like, because sometimes you could feel like you're going crazy. Like, is motherhood even supposed to be like this? Because it can get really hard or frustrating and draining. So it's really important to follow people who are raw and just authentic in their motherhood journey. And when they share those things, you don't feel alone. You don't feel like a bad mom or that you're not doing the right thing. You just can relate a little bit more. And number 8 is you are the best parent for your child, okay? throughout all of these things and all of these struggles you're gonna go through for motherhood, at the end of the day, you know your child, you know what your child needs, you know how your child reacts to certain things. Well, you will know as they grow, and you're gonna be the best parent for them. Don't rely on other people's tactics, other people's routines, other people's, you know, ways that they do things. Don't rely on those things to be the best decisions or best things to use for your child. You know what your child needs. Now, it's okay, there's nothing wrong with taking things from other people and learning. I've learned a lot of different motherhood tips and tricks and stuff from other people, but also I do majority use my own things. You know, I definitely use my own parenting ways and parenting styles for my son, and I know what's going to work best for him. But don't think that you're not doing the right thing, because you are. You know how your child is, and like I said, every child is different, so you're gonna be the best person for your child. So that is it, guys. Those are all the things I didn't really know or really experience before I became a first-time mom, and I hope this gave you guys a little more insight into motherhood as you're gonna embark on this new journey. I feel like this first time in motherhood, I hate to say it, but honestly, the first time as your first baby, it's kind of like, you know, it's a test baby. It's the test baby. That's just what it is. You have to learn and try to do different things and see what works and what doesn't, but it's just like a trial run. But there have been a lot of things I've done this time that I know if and when I have another child, I will not be doing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there are any specific topics you would like to see on Melanin Mama Mondays. So this is my Balanced Working Mama t-shirt. Guys, if you can, please go follow Dr. Amber Thornton down below. I'm going to put all her information. She is the founder of Balanced Working Mama, and y'all, you will learn so much about motherhood and different tips and tricks that she has about balancing your mental health, your wellness, and everything about motherhood. So make sure you guys follow her on Instagram and listen to her podcast. It has helped me tremendously, and she has a lot of different services as well. And also let me know down below in the comments what things you didn't know as a first-time mom. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you tune in on Mondays for the month of May for my Melanin Mama Mondays, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, bye guys.
Been doing me, living my life like it's carefree, dancing and smiling, I'm no longer crying, cause all of the people that kept on with lying are out of my life. Now I'm living right, I'm solo and I'll be, and I know God got me, won't deal with the strife.